Good evening, guys. This is Persia 007. Today I am here to talk about the election results from Saturday. As you guys know, President-elect Joe Biden has won the United States presidency, and that's who I was going for, even though I did not vote. I was hoping Biden would get the office. I believe Donald Trump has not conceded the election yet. He has not admitted defeat. Uh, he's going to do everything he can to sabotage Biden's presidency, which I hope all the lawsuits that he's filing gets dropped. Uh, President Trump now is spewing false narratives about the election being stolen, the election being rigged, uh, votes being counted illegally. My opinion, I believe the election has gone fair and square. It's been going on for at least 4 nights straight, and we finally got the result that I think most Americans were waiting for sometime yesterday afternoon on Saturday. But I want to wish Joe Biden a great 4 years this coming January 20th on inauguration day. Um, I hope Joe Biden is able to get us out of this mess of the divide of this country. He is able to hopefully subside some of the racism that's going on right now between police and the people of color. I also hope that we have no more violent protests like we've had this year during the coronavirus pandemic. And I also hope that the upcoming president is able to get this coronavirus under control. I know that's about 70 days away or whatever, but I have good faith in this upcoming president that he is going to do what it takes to get this country back on its feet and get all of us united yet again. I can't hardly speak tonight, Jesus. But my little speech to all of you guys, to my fellow YouTube subscribers, we all should be united. We should all be able to talk to one another online without being hateful, without sending hate comments, without spewing all kinds of false narratives, rhetoric to destroy somebody else on social media. We've got a YouTuber on here known as Onision that spreads all kinds of narratives to fit his image, and he will pretty much destroy anybody's social interactions over the internet to prove his point. He will talk over you. He will gaslight you into believing or being confused about what's being asked, like he did, I think a couple of days ago on a live stream. I think it was on Twitter or Twitch. He did a live stream confronting the NTO again, as I stated in my last video. He's already confronted the NTO. Where did he get? He got nowhere. He still has people against him. He will always have people against him. And, he didn't have to be like that. He didn't have to be the villain, the YouTube villain of 2019, 2020. He could have just been a regular creator and doing his Onision stuff. But no, he got into all these relationships and got himself into a whole bunch of trouble with 3 different women, Shiloh, Billy, and Sarah. Now he's got allegations hanging over his head now because he made a poor choice of deciding to become polyamorous. He wanted to have a polyamorous relationship between these victims with Kai, and it all fell through. It did not go as planned, and I'm sure he manipulated these women when they were teenagers. He may not have violated them underage, but he in my opinion, if the evidence will show, possibly groomed these girls before they turned 18 without even knowing it. So Onision is still in a big bowl of hot water right now, and how long he'll be in there is to be determined by authorities. I'm not going to call him a groomer. I'm not going to call him a pedophile, a abuser, unless it is confirmed that he has done it. But Onision reminds me so much of Donald Trump that he will say whatever he wants to say and get people to believe it, even though the facts are right in front of their faces. And Donald Trump, he says the election is rigged, votes are illegal. How can you have an illegal vote when machines process the votes? When the voter goes, it fills out the ballots. I imagine you have to sign these votes when you vote for president or governor or whoever. I imagine you have to sign these ballots, and I can imagine the system picks up on that, because how is your vote able to be counted without your name not being wrote on it, right? So I think the election went fair and square. It lasted 4 nights, almost 5 days. It ended on Saturday with President-elect Joe Biden trajectory to victory. And there was a big celebration. Joe Biden gave out a little speech. His vice president-elect gave a little speech herself. Pretty much discussed what he was going to do with this country. His first priority was coronavirus, and among other things. So I think it's a very happy week for Democrats, especially people that are wanting this country back on its feet. And again, I do have hope for the United States, and I think I see a future in this country right now. And so let's hope it goes in the right direction. And we should always believe in our president, no matter what. We still have to respect President Donald Trump up until then, though, because Donald Trump is still commander-in-chief until January the 20th at noon, in which he'll have to give his presidential powers to President-elect Joe Biden to soon be president. So I know I heard Donald Trump has spewed a lot of hatred toward the LGBTQ community. He has, I think, has been cause of some of this racism throughout the nation. I think he has allowed this pandemic to kind of go unchecked for many weeks, and it just blossomed here in the United States, and many people have died, and more people are still dying to this day, even in my state. Whether President Trump will continue to do anything about the pandemic from now till he is to be sent home is to be seen. I hope he will continue to do crackdowns on this coronavirus. He'll do things that will prevent the spread or halt the spread of the virus here in this country. But I don't know. I just don't see Donald Trump doing anything else while in office. I really don't. I think he's just going to work on sabotaging these results of the election, and he'll continue to claim that he's won the election. He's going to continue to claim the votes were stolen from him. The election was rigged all the way to Inauguration Day. So you guys have been watching up on this election ever since it started, and I've been watching the aftermath of it, or the fallout of it. And so far, everything here in this country is positive. There ain't been really no violent protests, which I'm glad to hear. All the protests that are going on are very peaceful, even on the Trump side. So that's a good thing. I know the Trump supporters out there are unfortunately falling for the false narrative of the election being rigged, votes being stolen, illegal voting, and all that stuff. That's unfortunate for people that support Donald Trump. They are believing everything he says, and I believe that the election officials would not allow one vote not to be counted. I believe all votes will be counted. Even the votes today will still be counted. And they said that Joe Biden would still most likely get the most majority of the votes that do come in. So let me know what you guys think about the Donald Trump situation. Let me know what you think about Joe Biden. And just let me know what you think about this election in general, and down in the comments down below. But again, from me to you as a YouTuber, I want you guys to continue to be nice to one another, unify with one another, work things out. Don't be hateful. Don't be biggest. Don't spew bigotry. Just respect one another. You shall be respected in return. And I think this platform has got a lot of work to do on clearing out the villains and putting good people on these channels and letting people who are new to YouTube start their own channel and let them, flourish and have a say on here, and of course create content on here. And I would hope that YouTube will crack down on all of the narcissistic propaganda on here. Stuff like Onision does not belong on this platform. Onision's content should have been taken down years ago, or at least a year ago when these allegations came out, or at least filtered his AdSense when these allegations came out. But according to TOS, that cannot happen until the person has been convicted of a crime and sentenced. So, but that's just my opinion. You guys are probably going to be against it. You may be for, but I know the anti-O's would be, I guess, with me on what I just said there. But he's still a free man, and he's still allowed to make AdSense revenue on his videos. Whether we like it or not, he's allowed to make his money. So until he is, or if he is ever indicted or arrested or convicted and sent away, he has to support his family, the only family he's got, which is his 2 kids and Kai. He has to support them. So I would not want anything to contradict that, or anything for his kids to suffer. I want his kids to live a full life and hopefully grow out from all this nonsense that the father has put out on the internet. They can hopefully overcome it and be able to explain to people why he was like the way he was. Maybe they can understand, or somebody can explain to them when they get old enough to understand who Onision was and why they were brought up the way they were. Of course, I don't know how they raise their kids over there, but it's probably not in a very good situation. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the election. I hope you guys are satisfied with the outcome of the election, either a win or loss. Sorry to the people that lost, but congratulations to the voters that won your vote. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that we finally got a Democrat and that's going to be in the House, and we've got a Democrat that say he's going to get things in motion and get this country back together and back on its feet and get America working again. Because I do believe we got a few broken gears here in this country. I think America is completely divided, and Joe Biden has vowed to bring this country back together, and I am going to look up to him to do so. whether I voted or not. He is our president. I respect that. Or going to be our president. I respect that. Just as I respect Trump as our president. No matter what kind of rhetoric is spewed right now, what he's trying to do to sabotage, he's still the commander in chief until January the 20th. And I want you guys to understand that. So I hope you guys have a good night. Hope you had a good weekend. Continue to be safe out there. Coronavirus cases are still going through the roof. Wear your mask. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I shall talk to you guys soon. Good day and good night.